السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. حياكم الله. Last week we ended with a picture that I needed to explore, but I couldn't. We lacked the time. So today I would like to return to it. It's very important. That's it. All right. It's very important. Okay. Here we come. That's a book. I'd like you to have a look at this book. This book is written by a very famous, well-known cleric, Shiah cleric, known as Al-Majlisi. I don't know if the book is explored today. Is the picture there? Let's have a look at the picture, please. This is the cover of the book. It's called Al-Fayd Al-Qudsi. Al-Fayd Al-Qudsi. Is the book ready? Okay. Here he's talking of, okay, let's put it back again. All right, that's the book. Al-Fayd Al-Qudsi في ترجمة العلامة المجلسي. Okay. In this book, he's talking about the biography of one of the famous Indian Shiites, whose name was Maulana Haydar Ali ibn al-Mawla al-Shirawani. He says he was Fadil, high eminent, Mu'azzam, well respected, Mufakham, regarded to be a hierarchy scholar. Okay, so he is respected, high eminent, and hierarchy, etc., etc. Now, what about him? They say here he used to be among the people of Zuhd. Zuhd yani ascetic. He doesn't care about life. He cares about hereafter. Well, that's fine. That's good. What taqwa? One of the God-fearing people. That's also good. All right. What else? وقد تحقق منه. It was authentically narrated about him أنه كان يضيف أهل السنة إلى بيته. He used to be hosting some of the people, layman people. He used to be hosting some of the Sunni people, layman Sunni people, to his house. ويصبر عليهم إلى أن تحصل له الفرصة. And he used to be patiently taking them gradually, until he find it suitable moment. فيتمكن مما يريد. Then, when he is able to do what he's intending to do, فيأخذ المدية. Then he takes the knife. بيده المرتعشة. Then he takes the knife by his shaking hand, because he used to be something like 90 years old, and he is a murderer. 90 years old and a murderer. He used to be taking the knife by his shaking hand, shivering hand, trembling hand, because he used to be over 90 years. And he used to be stabilizing the knife inside the throat of the Sunni guest. Then he keeps calling, he keeps entering the knife deeply and deeply as much as he can in the throat of the poor hosted Sunni guest. I don't know. He's hosted for death, not for food. He said, there is a tiny Indian Shiite group in India. They are referred to him. They are called Haidaris. Referring them to this man. He said, they used to be fasting, yani at the day of Ramadan, mashallah, they're fasting. Wow, that's good. فَيُرِيدُونَ أَن يُفْطِرُوا بِالْحَلَالِ. Really, every time I read this, I have to laugh to see what this is. Engineering crime. This is not only a normal crime. This is engineering the type of crime. Look, they say when they fast, while they're fasting, they want to make futur, yani to break their fast at Maghrib time, when the sun sets. And they seek halal food for iftar. Note here, halal, not haram. فَيَمْشُونَ إِلَى دَكَاكِينِ أَهْلِ السُّنَّةِ. Then they all take their way to the Sunni shops or their houses, أو بيوتهم. فَيَسْرِقُونَ شَيْئًا وَيُفْطِرُونَ بِهِ. Then they mug some of the things, in the market, in the Sunni stores or Sunni houses. They seek to have halal iftar by those spoiled properties. Now, as I mentioned to you, the book, this man is described as alim, fadil, etc., etc. Let's see the picture again. Yeah, that's the book again. I want you to have a look at it. If you want to document it, there's no problem. You can document the book. So that is the book. Okay. Here's the book. Okay, now let's go to another book. Yeah, Al-Anwar al-Nu'maniyya. I think we have seen this book before. What does he say? Yeah, here. Now this is against Abu Hanifa, rahimahullah. Abu Hanifa is a great Muslim scholar, a well-known scholar. Now what do they say about him here? Yeah, they're talking here about the bird. They say the bird was converted, transformed. He used to be another creature, etc. And they say that if the bird loves Abu Bakr and Umar, then this bird should be killed. Look what they say. It had been narrated that the bird used to be loving Fulan and Fulan, so and so. And they mean by so and so Abu Bakr and Umar. As Al-Majlisi explained it in his book Bihar Mir'at al-Uqul. He said, whenever the word Fulan and Fulan is mentioned in our sources of books, it means Abu Bakr and Umar. He said, so it had been narrated that Al-Asfur, the bird, loves so and so, Abu Bakr and Umar. And that means he is Sunni. So it should be killed, absolutely. It should be executed. Likewise, all types of creatures, even plants, even vegetables. If they say, if some of the vegetables are bitter, that means they are loyal to Abu Bakr and Umar. What is? I'm sorry to say these things to you, but I'm documenting everything. So nobody can say to me I'm lying or I'm forging a lie against the Shia. No way. Okay, in this book here they're saying, he said the word shirk, kufr, it is deserved to be described, to be utilized for the one who does not believe that Ali should be the leader. Okay. And they say, and if anyone preferred anything over Ali, he is also kafir and mushrik, and he deserves to be eternally in hell, to be kept eternally in hell. And also he said, it had been agreed among all the Shiite imamates that whoever denied one imam among the 12 imams and he ignored the obligation in obeying him, then he is kafir, he is deviant, and he deserves to be thrown eternally in hell. Now these are the books, now we're finished. These are the books that I wanted to mention to you, and among them, this horrible book. That this man used to be ascetic, God-fearing one, but he has a slight problem. What is his problem? He used to be hosting the Sunni people, and then, when it comes the right moment, he used to be, killing them, stabbing, not in their stomach or in their hand, or no, in the throat. And whenever his people want halal food, if they seek halal food, because they're fasting for the sake of Allah, so they need halal food. Halal food is what the Sunni people have. Spoil them, kill them. Isn't this hatred? And he calls the Sunni people takfiris. Look, all the world is with you now today. But not Allah. All the world. America, yes. Russia, yes. China, yes. Europe, yes. Israel, sure. Someday we're going to bring to you all documentations, proof that there used to be, at the time when Iran was blah-blahing, shouting, yelling, speaking ill against Israel, they used to be having some militant deals, taking weapons, starting from the war of Iraq. There are many scandals about that. Don't forget Iran Gate at the time of Reagan. Now here I want to show you something. I haven't finished from the pictures. I have a lot of things to show you. A lot of things to show you. One of the things that they accuse us with kufr is if we believe that Ali, the cousin of the Prophet, or any imam among the family of the Prophet, if we do not believe that the family of the Prophet are better than the prophets of Allah. You may say, that cannot be accepted. That cannot be believed. No problem. I'll leave you in a while. I will leave you in a while with this following video. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this video. I hope it's, let's go ahead. Okay, I hope the video is working. All right, let me see. I want to make sure. Okay, I'll repeat.
علي خير البشر فمن أبى فقد كفر فمن أبى فلينظر في شأن أمي.
This man, I think some of you must have known him. Now he's quoting the hadith, false narration. Ali is the best of mankind ever. And whoever denies it, he is kafir. Now he's adding something here, which is also in the narration, which he believes that it is authentic. If anyone denied that Ali is better even than the prophets, if he doesn't believe that Ali is better than the prophets, then he should be checking things with his own mother. What does it mean? That she'd been fornicating. He should be discovering that he is son of evil woman. I have to confine myself with the right words. He is the son of the evil woman. Yani son of fornication. Okay, that explains it. Okay? If you do not believe that Ali is better than the Prophet Isa, the Prophet Musa, and all the other prophets, then you're kafir. That's not enough. You must get back to your mom and ask her, Mom, did you fornicate? That's what he's saying. I'm going to translate the following. Let's go. Let's show you the great fire of spite that is filling their heart because of this madhab. Let's go. Peace out. I hope there's a voice.
خير البشر فمن أبى فقد كفر في مجتمع للنواصب أو المخالفين يعتبرونه طعنا فيه. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله علي خير البشر فمن أبى فقد كفر. هذا حديث أخرجه أهل الخلاف، حديث موجود عنده. معنى ذلك أنه حتى أنبياء الله علي خير منهم. إي نعم، أنبياء الله علي خير منهم. فمن أبى فقد كفر إلى جهنم وبئس المصير.
Yeah, he's saying that this authentic, even the Sunni people admit that it is authentic. Okay? He repeated the hadith and he's saying, yes, you must believe that Ali, the cousin of the Prophet, is better than all the prophets. If not, yes, then you are kafir and you deserve to be in hell. Without any... No, he didn't say without offense. No offense. No. He said, you deserve it. Just go to hell if you don't believe it. Isn't this arrogance? Do you think a Christian will be accepting such person, such religion, unless he is ignorant? And there are many people I know many English people who converted to Islam through those people, but they discovered that they are hypocrites. And their places of worship are not really place of worship, in fact. Then he left them. So he's saying, you are kafir and go to hell if you don't believe in this, that Ali is better than all the prophets. Well, he may be saying, except the Prophet Muhammad. Why? This is contradiction. If you say Ali is better than the Prophet, it's because they believe that the leadership, the subject of leadership, the principle of leadership is better than prophethood. But now they'll be in trouble. In the book Nahj al-Balagha, Ali ibn Abi Talib said that people need necessarily a leader for them, whether be it a good leader or a bad leader, an evil, a mean leader. Even if he is mean, even if he is bad, people need him. If we did not find a good leader, then we have to accept a bad leader. If there's no alternative, then we will be accepting even the bad leader. That's in the book Nahj al-Balagha. Now, do you ever imagine, for example, that the Prophet, people need the prophets? Do you think that Allah allow an evil prophet to be the prophet of people? No. But the matter of leadership differs. Yes. When it is needed and we don't find a good leader, then let it be a bad leader, because there's a need. There's a necessity here. So how can we say that leadership is better than prophethood? That's a lie. This is not Islam. In fact, all Muslims agreed that whoever prefer any person over the least prophet, then he's kafir. Even if he preferred Abu Bakr over Isa, over Musa, or etc., etc. Even if he, Abu Bakr is the best man on earth. Excluding the prophets are excluded. But if we say that he is better even than the prophets, anyone among the Sunni people who say it, he's not Muslim. He's not Muslim. This man is saying exactly the opposite. He's victim of his madhab. That's in his madhab. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is the book قصص الأنبياء. قصص الأنبياء, as you see it. All right. Ni'matullah al-Jazairi, etc., etc. Page number 13, he said, I say, it means that leadership, the general leadership for all creatures, the matter of leadership, it is better than the prophethood and more honorable than it. It is better than prophethood and more honorable than it. Then why no one was allowed to lead the prayer? Look, Ali deserves, they say that Ali deserves to be the leader. All right. And the leadership is better than prophethood. Then why Ali did not pray before the prophet? And why not the prophet prayed behind him? Because his leadership is better than prophethood. Not only that. So in this book, he's saying to you clearly that it is better and more honorable. Not only that. Their charging of disbelief did not stop here. I wanted to show you the book. Let's keep the book away and until we finish this video. Let's get back to the video. Bismillah.
يعتبرونه طعنا شديدا فيهم. تكفرني. فمن أبى فلينظر في شأن أمه. خلي يروح يسأل أمه ايش سوت.
Disagreed with this, that Ali is better than the prophets, let him get back to his mother and ask her, hey mom, what you been doing? How did I get to life here through you? It's arrogance. It's hatred. Even more, we have this gentleman here. I don't know if he's a gentleman. Another Shia cleric, well-known, famous person. I'm not bringing people who are not known. No, they're well-known. This man's name is Baqir al-Fali. What is he saying? Briefly, he's saying that Isa has the honor to be, if he lived at the lifetime of Ali, he has the honor to be a servant, slave for Ali. Wow, that's too much, but not to the Shia. Let's listen to him.
قبل أيام كان عيد ميلاد السيد المسيح الذي يتشرف أن يكون عبدا لعلي بن أبي طالب. وقد ملأ المسيحيون الخافقين بعيد ميلاد المسيح حتى في بلادنا الإسلامية. لماذا تقاعسنا عن علي بن أبي طالب؟
You see that? So, the first gentleman said, if you don't say that Ali is better than all the prophets, he exempted the Prophet Muhammad, then you are kafir and you should get back to your mom and ask her, Mom, how did I get to life through you? The other one, Ali has Isa, the Prophet Isa, in English they call him Jesus. Isa has the honor to be a slave for Ali ibn Abi Talib. This is a disbelief. Because this is among the priorities of faith. Okay? Things, stable kind of, beliefs that should never be shaken. One of them is that the prophets are better than all the other creatures among the sons of Adam. All. Now he claims that the Sunni Muslims have narrated this. Yeah, if you look at those narrators, they are Shia. But we had, alhamdulillah, great scholars who filtered, checked all narrations that the Shia tried to hack us with. And alhamdulillah, all narrations were checked and were detailed. Now, among the details we have here, that this narration had been narrated by Ishaq al-Dabari and Allahumma salli Muhammad Tahir al-Nassaba. There are two bad narrators, okay, as a problem of this narration. So it's not authentic as he claims, okay. The other thing is that this contradicts what had been authentically narrated by Ali himself, who said, خَيْرُ النَّاسِ بَعْدَ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ. The best people after the Prophet ﷺ are Abu Bakr, and after Abu Bakr is Umar. This is narrated authentically by Ibn Majah, and Sheikh Albani had authenticated it, corrected it. There's another narration that Ali, all are authentic. This one also is authentic. The son of Ali, his name is Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiyyah. He said, I asked my father, Ali, who's the best person after the Prophet? He said, Abu Bakr. He said, then after that, he said, Umar. Muhammad said, I was afraid to ask him about Uthman. I'm afraid that he may say Uthman is even better than me. Then he said, then you? Oh father, then you? He didn't want to say, then Uthman. Then Ali did not reply it, but only he said, I am nothing but one of the Muslims. And that is out of his humbleness, radiallahu anhu. And yes, Uthman is better than him. And he is the fourth person in our perspective. The best fourth person, in the world, from the time of Adam until the day of judgment. He is the fourth best person in the world after the prophets. And after Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman. That's our belief. So he shouldn't be making this lie and claiming that that Ahl Sunnah believed that it is authentic narration. Now, all right. So there's an accusation against us that we're not Muslims. What about prophets? They tell you that one of the prophets was kafir. One of the prophets was kafir. But he repented. But he fell in kufr. Remember the first of this episode, I showed you the paper or the page that makes it clear that if you do not believe in the leadership of the 12 Imams, but if you denied even one of them while you have acknowledged belief in the others, then you are kafir. Prepare for the shock. Here's this book, Bihar al-Anwar. Yeah, that's my new book. I just recently, 2 days ago, I got it. Bihar al-Anwar, 6th volume. Now the old publication, the old book, or the old published book, is about 110 volumes. But this new one is something like 44, I think. 44 volumes. They had to condense it. All right. So the 6th volume, Bihar al-Anwar for al-Majlisi, page 456. And there are a lot of books, they have the same narration. ابن معروف عن سعدان عن صباح المزني عن الحارث بن حصيرة عن حبة العرني قال أمير المؤمنين. This is the chain of narration. Okay, أمير المؤمنين علي, he said, إن الله عرض ولايتي على أهل السماوات وعلى أهل الأرض. Allah had explored, showed, okay, my loyalty, the obligatory loyalty to me, to Ali, by the people of heaven. He showed it to the people of heaven and the people on earth. Some had approved it and some had denied it. And among those who denied it is the Prophet Yunus. In English, non-Muslims, they call him Jonah. The Prophet Yunus denied my loyalty, the obligation, the obligatory loyalty to me, to Ali. He denied it. Then Allah punished him, and he had to stay in the belly of the whale decades until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, until he believed it. Before he denied it, then Allah punished him, and he remained, I don't know if decades, for a period. Allah kept him in the belly of the whale for a period of time until he acknowledged it, until he believed it. So in a period of time, a prophet deserved to be kafir before he repented. What's going on? So it's not only accusing us that we are takfiris, or it's not only a matter of charging us with disbelief. They are charging us prophets with disbelief. All right, we finished this now. Let's explore the other pictures. I want to make sure that all pictures are explored already. Okay. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Last time I mentioned to you something about salt. I was showing you, some of their fictions. And I said to you, I don't know if in my English or Arabic, I wanted to show you what this man, how they belittle their people, how they mock them, and how they say weird things in front of them. You can see the audience are hundreds, yet anything this cleric says has to be believed. Let's see what he's saying here. I want to show you the backwardness of this madhab. It's horrible. Let's have a look at what he's saying. Ready? Let's go.
الملح الميم محمد واللام لا فتى إلا علي والحاء الحسن والحسين فابتدئ طعامك بصلاة محمد وآل محمد.
Big number. You see the people. What did he say? He said, do you know that the names of the Prophet Muhammad and Ali and Hassan and Hussein, the initials of their names are gathered in these 3 letters of the word malh. Malh means salt. This man is saying, you can see letter mim indicates, is indicative to Muhammad. Lam, la fata illa Ali. There is no really brave young man except Ali. And ha for Hassan and Hussein. MashaAllah. And they have to shout after that. Oh, he said, then you should start your food. Before you eat, you say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. What is that? What is that? Yes, in my prayer, I say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. But before I eat my food, I have to say, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Remembering these 3 words, isn't this fiction? What would you say about that? Oh, Shiites, why do you... I advise you, I really advise you from the depth of my heart that you leave this religion, which has nothing to do with Islam. Yes, I know they say La ilaha illallah, but we mentioned before that they contradict it. Allahu alam. Will they be having a chance at the Day of Judgment? They have a lot of fictions. I don't know if I can show you this, but yeah. I don't know if I can show it to you. They say something really weird. They say that if you eat cheese, I like the cheese. I like the cheese. Yeah. Okay. It's good. In the morning, eating the cheese is good, but not with nuts. No, it causes disease. Do not eat the cheese with nuts. It's haram. Or maybe they may say makruh. I mean, why do you have to say that? Why do you have? They say if the eggs, okay, if the piece of the egg, the two edges of the egg are equal, you should not eat it. Or the opposite, maybe. If one side is big and the other side is small, no, don't eat it until both sides are equal to one another. This is fiction. This has nothing to do with Islam. I advise the Shiites to leave this madhab because they have a standing before Allah the day of judgment. As Christians and Jews, we believe that they're not excused of ignoring the final prophet that Allah sent. We also say that those people have no excuse to keep themselves giving their loyalty to this madhab. They may say, but this madhab always remind us about, glorifying the family of the Prophet, etc., etc. We say, it is not a matter of claim. We are the lovers of Ahlul Bayt. We love them. We love them. But they may say to you, we hate Ahlul Bayt. It's a lie. Just like Christians say to us, because we say to them, don't say that Jesus is God. They say you hate Jesus and his mother. The Jews accuse us that we hate Musa. They call him Moses. That we hate him. Why? Because we're correcting them. We're correcting their belief. Okay? If you agree with them in their exaggerations and deviant ideologies about Prophet Musa and Isa, if you agree with them, you become a lover of Jesus and Moses. Anyway, so this is fiction. Let's get back to the pictures. I want to make sure that we're not going to end this until we, inshallah. All right, we have here, okay, in this book we have showed it to you. Qasas al-Anbiya. Yeah. Let's have a look at the picture, please. All right. We showed you that a while ago. Here. Yeah. Here they say, Bihar al-Anwar, that the family of the Prophet, they are more knowledgeable. They have more knowledge than the Prophets. In fact, I brought the book with me. So, alhamdulillah, nobody's going to say I'm making a lie or etc. All right. Nice cover, but not nice contents. Okay, that's the same book. Bihar al-Anwar, volume 11, page. Yeah, page 374. That's it. Here's what they say. They started the subtitle here by making this declaration or title that the A'immah, the leaders, the family of the Prophet, they have more knowledge. They are more knowledgeable than the Prophets. Why? Where did they get it from? If they have more knowledge than the Prophets got their knowledge from Allah through Jibreel. So do the family of the Prophet have similar access? I don't know. Do they have a relationship? Do they have an access to Allah through Jibreel? I don't know. Anyway. Not only that. Well, they also believe that if we believed that Ali is better than Abu Bakr, but Abu Bakr deserves to be the leader before him, still we are kafir. And our belief in the Prophet Muhammad is not accepted. No matter what we pray, it's not accepted. It's horrible. It is horrible. Now, when a non-Muslim hears these things, there's nothing among what I, relate to you about them, there's nothing that will be attracting a non-Muslim to accept Islam through those people. Especially when they say that the companions have changed the Quran. When they slander the two men, Abu Bakr and Umar. You know what it means, Abu Bakr and Umar? Abu Bakr and Umar, praising them means that the Quran is sound, is perfect. Okay, criticizing them means that the Quran has no more credibility, because the Quran was collected as compiled in one book at the time of Abu Bakr, and then another kind of compiling by one pronunciation, which is the pronunciation, the accent of Quraysh. At the time of Uthman, the Quran used to be, it had been collected by Abu Bakr, but in various accents. At the time of Uthman, it started to cause a big difference between the people, between the Muslims. They say, no, this is not the way I heard it from this companion, etc. It was about to cause a fitna. Then someone said to Uthman, you have to save this ummah from this fitna, from this problem. Then he gathered the Quran, this time on one accent, which is the accent of Mecca. And all people loved the accent of Mecca because the Prophet was one of the people of Mecca. So that saved the problem. So if we slander Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman, that means we're slandering the Quran they collected. Because any non-Muslim may ask us this question. This Quran was collected by who? By Abu Bakr and Umar? But they are kuffar to you. So how can I take this reliable book from unreliable people? It's very clear. All right. What else? You'll be kuffar if you do not use taqiyya. What? Taqiyya means, I'll just make an action to you to show you what is taqiyya. Oh, I love you. You are a great person. Alhamdulillah. We're all Muslims. You are my brother in Islam. But in your heart, you're saying, you are kafir. You're telling me, you are kafir. You deserve to be in hell. I wish I would have been able someday to kill you. That's what their book said. And I made it so clear. I read from their books. Taqiyya, that means to reveal something different than what you conceal, or to conceal something different than what you reveal. They call it taqiyya, which is a lie, in a matter of fact. But they give another title for lie. They call it taqiyya. Just like fornication, zina, they give it another word. What is mit'ah? Mit'ah. We're going to talk about mit'ah, inshallah, if we have time. But they change the structure of the heart. But the internal things will not be changed. The truth is truth. The truth cannot be another thing if you give it another word or another name. No, it's still the same. So look what they say here. They say, "At-taqiyyatu dini." Taqiyya is my religion. They narrate this to Ja'far al-Sadiq, the grandson of Ali. He said, "Taqiyya is my religion. Dini wa dinu abai, and the religion of my fathers, my predecessors, my grandfathers. فَمَنْ لَا تَقِيَّةَ لَهُ, whoever has no taqiyya, that means he doesn't use taqiyya, لَا دِينَ لَهُ, he has no religion." And he said, تِسْعَةُ أَعْشَارِ الدِّينِ فِي التَّقِيَّةِ, 90% of religion is in using taqiyya. These principles were set in this religion to prepare it to be an enemy of Islam under the name of Islam. This is the fact. That's why some people, they get deceived easily by the Shiah. When they come to him, Wallahi, we are brothers. Wallahi, we say, La ilaha illallah. We should get united. We're all Muslims. Yeah. But when you had the capacity, You're doing today just like what this man is doing. The man who is putting the knife inside the throat of the Sunni. That's what you're doing now. So using taqiyya is a pillar of Islam. All the pillars of Islam will be devastated, will be collapsed in you if you did not believe in taqiyya, if you did not use taqiyya. What else? You know those Shia, they prefer, as we showed you before, they said you should say Ya Muhammad before saying Allah. That means asking someone other than Allah, it has more priority than asking Allah firstly. First and foremost, we should be asking Allah the Almighty. But to them, no. You ask Muhammad or the family of the Prophet first, then you say, oh Allah. And I showed it to you, I believe, last week. So I don't need to, Karbala, we also documented it. They say Karbala is better than Mecca. Eid, you know the word Eid, feast. They say Eid al-Ghadir. Ghadir is a place between Mecca and Medina. They say that the Prophet ﷺ declared the leadership of Ali, that he deserves right after the Prophet dies. The Prophet dies. All right? So they say that was a day of Eid, and this Eid is more important than Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. So asking someone other than Allah is better than asking Allah. Karbala is better than Mecca. The feast of Ghadir is better than Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. What else? Ali, al-Hassan, al-Hussein, they are better than the prophets. What kind of preferences they give those people? What is it? Right. We mentioned to you last week that the Shia say, they deny that Aisha is the mother of the believers, despite it's in the Quran. النبي أولى بالمؤمنين من أنفسهم. I think it's verse number 6, chapter 33. The Prophet should be closer to the believers than their own souls. وأزواجه أمهاتهم. And his wives are the mothers of the believers. Now, the Shia, it's easy to show the Shia how he's not a believer. You ask him, by asking him. And that what happened before. I said to one of the Shia, is Aisha your mother? He said, she's your own mother, not me. I said, thank you. The debate is over. The debate is over. You are witnessing against yourself that you're not a believer. Because Quran described Aisha as being one of the wives of the Prophet, that she is the mother of the believers. If you disdain, if you refuse, if you reject to call her my mother, okay, in faith, in honor, if you refuse that, that means you're not a believer. Because the Quran is saying that the wives of the Prophet are the mothers of the believers. This is how you can see. Once, this hadith that the Prophet said to Umar, there is no way, O Umar, that you take, but the devil takes another way. I asked one Shiite, and I think also one of their scholars mentioned that, Tabrizi, I think. He said, I do not want to be where Umar will be at the Day of Judgment. Even if he is in paradise, I don't want to be in paradise. I don't want to be in paradise. So I was asking one Shiite, if Umar will be in Jannah, and you are about to enter Jannah, and you knew that Umar is in Jannah, would you like to enter Jannah? He said, no. I do not want the Jannah that Umar is living in. I said, Subhanallah, Sadaqa Rasulullah, Sadaqa Rasulullah. He said, oh Umar, there is no way that you take, but the devil takes another way. Subhanallah. All right. So remember this. This is a test. This is a test in itself. When they say that Aisha is not my mother, finish, as if he's saying, I am not a believer. What are the consequences of not accusing the Shia in kufr? What are the consequences? Now before that, let me make sure that, let me continue the pictures. I want to make sure that I have all pictures being explored before. All right. Yeah, we finished this one. Let's go to the pictures now. All right. Yeah, we've done. I think this one is finished. Let's go to another one here. All right. Here they say that Wahhabis are Khawarij. All right, and Wahhabiyya, the Salafis, they are Khawarij. And Ali killed them in Nahrawan battle. That means we have the same ruling. We have the same ruling. All right, here in this book here, they say, wait, just a second. Yeah. In this book here, they say that Allah did not create any kind of creatures ever worse than the dog, but the Nasibi, yani the Sunni, okay, he is much less in value than the dog. And in another narration, he said, Allah did not create any creatures ever dirtier than the dog, and the Nasibis are more filthy than the dogs. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Let's. I don't want what they say. Well, I don't want to comment on what they say about the Wahhabis. It's very clear. It's not our. Yeah, it's not our. But this is here. All right. There was. I wanted to show you something. Also, there's something. A man called Hassan Nasrallah, I think you know him. He said in a magazine, it's called Al-Aman magazine. He said that, he said that when we talk about the Wahhabis, we're talking about those who have nothing to do with Islam. Nothing to do with Islam. Question. A question. Since Muhammad bin Abdul Wahhab had succeeded and well supported by Allah after he was a great Muslih reformer, that he returned people to Tawheed after they backwarded to Shirk, and he was able to reform the whole peninsula. Okay? Since he succeeded in doing it, until nowadays, those whom they called them Wahhabis, they are dominant in the peninsula. Not only that, even in the United States, even in many other countries where people are converting to Islam, they accept this da'wah precisely, in particular. And let me declare this to you today, that there's a great deal of plotting against it, as the pure doctrines represented in the doctrine of Isa and Musa. People used to be persecuted. Whoever had the same belief of the prophets, they must be taken as enemies by those pagan people. So it's not a big deal. Anyway, he's saying that when we mention the word Wahhabis, we should know that we're talking about those who have nothing to do with Islam. Nothing to do with Islam. What about if we want to say that the Shia are kuffar? Let's say, do we have the right? Number one, we're agreeing with Bukhari. Let's have a look at the picture. A book called Al-Adab Al-Mufrad. This is the book. Yeah, let's look at the picture. Al-Adab Al-Mufrad for Al-Bukhari, rahimahullah. Is the picture ready? I hope the picture is ready. The picture is ready? I don't know. I hope so. Anyway, so that's the book Al-Adab Al-Mufrad. That's the cover. In this, in page number 16, I just want to show you the volume again, and then the book. Look what he's saying here. It is the same to me. I do not care. Praying behind Jahmi, Rafidi, am sallaytu khalf al-Yahud wa Nasar. It is the same to me praying behind Rafidi Shiite, that means Shiite, or praying behind a Jew or a Christian. To Bukhari, it's the same. He said, they should not be visited. You should not be saying salam to them unless they say it to you. You return it as it is, as they said it. Okay? وَلَا يُنَاكَحُونَ. And you should not be giving them your daughters, nor you should not be taking daughters from them as wives. Okay. And they should not be witnessed, that means if they die. And their slaughtering of animals should not be witnessed. All right, we finished the picture. I wanted to have a look at this book. We've been talking about the salt and the fictions that they have. Look at this book. Tahrir al-Wasila. Have a look at it. Belongs to who? Khomeini. It is for Khomeini. Yeah, now it's clearer. Second volume. Page. I'm sure you're going to be shocked with this. Especially many non-Arabic speaking Shia, they do not know about that. Let's have a look. Page 230. He's saying here, you should not intercourse a wife before completing 9 years. دواما كان النكاح, whether be it a continuous marriage or should we call it installment marriage, or temporary marriage. They call it munqata. Whether be it continuous marriage, yeah, that means the legal marriage, or temporary marriage, which is to us fornication. He said, but as for other kinds of enjoyments, pleasure, such as touching sexually, hugging, touching thighs, for a wife or for a woman, لا فلا بأس بها, there's nothing wrong with it. حتى في الرضيعة, even if you have a suckling baby, you should watch out that the Shiite cleric may intercourse her. Even if she's a suckling baby, even if she is a small baby that just recently, she was born and she's taking milk, it's allowed. What do you call that? Pedophile, I think. Before I end, I think I have been given the note because you may be saying that you're also accusing others with kufr. I say, oh no, we started with Bukhari. What about here? Here. Al-Shafi'i. Al-Shafi'i is a Wahhabi. Al-Saji, authentic. حدثنا إبراهيم بن زياد الأبولي أو الأبولي. He said, I heard Buwaiti, he's the student of Shafi'i. He said, Al-Buwaiti said, I asked Al-Shafi'i, shall I pray behind Rafidi? He said, do not pray behind Rafidi. Do not pray behind Rafidi. Shiite. Is that all? No. You may say, but you're Wahhabi, that's why you accuse us in kufr. I say, no. Let's have a look at this book. This is, they call it Ash'ari book. Ash'ari book. It's not Wahhabi. That's the book. Al-Farq Bayn al-Firaq. Al-Farq Bayn al-Firaq. This is volume. Page 29. Abdul Qahir al-Baghdadi is the author. He say, وَأَهْلُ الرَّفْضِ قَوْمٌ كَالنَّصَارَى حَيَارَى مَا لِحَيْرَتِهِمْ دَوَاءُ. The people of Shia, they are just like Christians. They are hesitant, they're confused, and there is no therapy for their type of confusion. Before I have to rush. All right, here. He says in page 351, he's saying, we accuse them in kufr as they accuse Ahl Sunnah. That means also to Abu Bakr. We should not pray behind them. And we should not pray funeral on them when they die. Okay? Okay. Here, and he's talking about those who accuse Imamiyya, Shia, Imamate. those who accuse the best companions in kufr, then he continued by saying that those are kafirs. Another book, in his book Usul al-Din, that's an Ash'ari book. That's an Ash'ari book. That's the volume. He's saying here that the people of Shafi'i, they gave a verdict that it's obligatory to be known. Malik, Dawood, Ahmad, Ishaq, all of those great scholars, they said it is not permissible, it is not allowed, it is prohibited to pray behind any Rafidi Shi'i whose innovation opposes the matter of Tawheed, monotheism. I have another book here. It's called As-Sunnah for Al-Khallal. For Al-Khallal. Someone asked Al-Farayabi, Amman yashtum Abu Bakr wa Umar. Al-Farayabi was asking, or was asked about the one who insults Abu Bakr and Umar. He said, he is kafir. These are the people who came, they were very old, and it's something like at least maybe 1,100 years. They said that about the Rafida, and they knew them. Today we should be dealing strictly with this matter, because those people are being used by the externals, the outsiders, to bash Islam under the umbrella of Islam. We continue, inshallah, next week with you. Thank you very much for your attendance. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.